I'm Louise Bennett, Director of the Monash Master of Food Science and Agribusiness, and I welcome you to this overview of our Food Masters course. The course commenced in 2020, and in 2023 we're excited about the growing numbers of students and the successful work placements of our graduates. So in this presentation, I'm going to explain the details and advantages of the Monash Master of Food Science and Agribusiness. So I expect that you are passionate about creating a better world with a focus on the creation and distribution of food. Of course, food is essential for life. There is enormous cultural and geographical variation in what is eaten and availability of preferred foods all over the world. However, in the food space, we're increasingly forced to reflect on our current practices, their sustainability, and to embrace new technology to benefit consumers and the planet alike. Let's just say there's never been a higher need for graduates skilled in the science and business of food. This all means that we need a course designed for the future, and we think the Monash Master of Food Science and Agribusiness is just that. We have a postgraduate course designed to position students for employment across all the stakeholder organisations in the food value chain, and this reflects the complexity of that value chain and all the stakeholders and the relationships and the important activities going on in the space. We've developed a cross-disciplinary course involving faculties of science, engineering, medicine, business and economics, and our very own Monash Food Innovation. We have a forward-thinking course that recognises the urgency to secure the human food supply and to address that if we don't do that, the risks for impacting human welfare and even geopolitical stability. We've done this by developing a series of core competencies and success skills over and above the technical content of the course that is aligned with that approved by the Australian Institute of Food Science and Technology. So how is our course different? The Monash Master of Food Science and Agribusiness focuses on the post-farm gate to consumer spaces. So we do study food science, the chemistry and the biology and nutrition, and we study the business aspects of food, the supply chain, trade and marketing. So we don't focus on agricultural production. But the important thing is that our course includes science and agribusiness content, and this is distinct from all the other Food Masters courses in Australia and even in the world to some extent. We have electives that are built on the active researchers and experts in Monash and on their cutting-edge research work that is obtained across 4 faculties. So here I've got a summary of the entry requirements. For those of you who have a bachelor's degree or equivalent in science, engineering, dietetics or health, and you can see you need at least a 60% credit average, you can complete the Food Masters course in 2 years, full-time or 4 years part-time. However, if you have a bachelor degree with some food science or food engineering in that degree, you can get some credits and you will be able to complete your course in 1.5 years. Now this depends on approval of the credits that you seek. However, if you have actually a bachelor's honours degree in the food or science or engineering space and you have completed a research project in the food space that we recognise, you may be able to complete your course in 1 year. So here's a little bit about the structure of the course. We have 2 intakes in March and July. Now you can see here that in year 1, in parts A and B, we cover the core food science and food agribusiness units. In the second year, in part C, students choose electives of 4 units that are either science or agribusiness, depending on your preference. And then finally, in part D, the advanced practice unit is a 1 semester long unit, an internship or a research project that's worth a full 24 points. Now you can see that if you come in semester 1, you progress through the course from A, B, C and D parts in sequence. However, if you come in semester 2, it's a slight difference. There's no disadvantage, but it means you start with part B and progress to part A, then part D and finally to part C. So a little bit more information about the content of our core units in Year 1. In Part A, which is focused on food science and the core foundation studies of food science, we cover food chemistry, we cover food engineering, microbiology, and then a food science practical unit that gathers practical activities from all of those 3 disciplines. In Part B, in second semester, we move on to food nutrition and health. We have 2 units in agribusiness and marketing, and then finally a unit in the future of the food supply. So this is a little bit about food production, but with an eye on the technologies, the new technologies that are used in food production. Then we move on to second year, and in second year the Part C Advanced Food Science and Agribusiness units are electives. So there's a wide range to choose from, and you select 4 that are either food specific elective units, or you can choose 3 food agribusiness units and 1 non-food selective master's unit, which is a master's level unit from another master's course running at Monash University. And then finally, in your Part D Advanced Practice, this is a research project or an industry internship. So this is your choice, and students tend to choose one or the other as related to their career aspirations or the option for further study. So here's some testimonials from recent graduates in relation to our Part D internships. So you can see here Ashwini, she was hosted by GrainCorp, worked on an innovation and research project, and was very excited to apply her knowledge, learn from her course and have a great experience. She says she enjoyed studying at Monash so much that she would like to come back and study another course. From Archie, who was already a professional in the food industry, he was placed with CSIRO, and the work he did in his internship enabled him to take that work back to his role in the Indonesian Food Innovation Centre. And Archie reports that he was grateful for the time and opportunity to research this topic, and he very much enjoyed and gained great knowledge. From Sumaya, who also has now been placed in a job in the food industry, she worked with a small R&D company developing a plant-based milk product from oats. And again, Sumaya reports a great insight into the food industry and an experience that helped her to launch a career in the industry, and I can report she is now working in the industry. So where will this Masters take me? You can see with this very complex diagram of the global food system, it is a highly networked, interactive and integrated system. So this means there are many, many job opportunities. You can work either directly in the food industry, you can work in an allied part of the regulatory framework around food with the government or other agency. You can be a researcher, you can stay in academia, and you may even want to develop your own food product and take it to market. So here are some frequently asked questions. I won't go through these details now, but what I do invite you to do, if any of these questions don't answer your particular query, then you should get in touch with us and make an appointment for a personal interview or personal discussion about our course and how it meets your aspirations for further study. So I just would like to thank you for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you at Monash in our Food Masters degree. Thank you.